Good. All right. So good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. So this is going to be a very, very short meeting just to let us know the state of trading in the platform at Elan Pips. I'm quite aware that the result has not been consistent like our first 2 weeks. All right. Some people did not join the first week, but it has not been very, very consistent due to so many factors. So because of that, I decided to partner with somebody who is also a very good trader. All right, because sometimes I'm not always available. All right, so that we can have the best experience so far. So what we have decided to start doing is that we want to focus on 10 pips per day alone, because I discovered that some of our trades will go even beyond 10 pips before it starts reversing. All right. So we want to start focusing on 10 pips per day. We started that today, but we assume that we have not started today because a lot of people did not understand how it runs. But officially, we're going to start tomorrow. All right. Officially, we're going to start tomorrow. So let me quickly explain by sharing the Excel sheets that I sent to you, a figure plan. Now, this is what exactly we're going to be working with. Now, this is how the plan looks like. Now, because we're starting with 50, I'm typing 50 here. So if you're peradventure you want to start with 100, you type 100 here. All right, in your balance. All right. If you're starting with 200, type 200 here. All right. Cool. So let's assume that we're starting with 50. I'm going to type 50 here. All right. If you have less, you want to start with 30, type 30 here. All right. So if you want to start with 20, type your 20 here too. All right. For 50, that's what we want to officially start with. All right. Cool. So now this is our daily target. Day one, we're targeting $5 profits. Day two, 5.5. Day three, 6.0. Day four, 6.65 as our profit. Now, when I say day one and day two can happen on the same day. Trade one or trade two, maybe probably one in the morning, one in the afternoon, whenever we see a clear 10 pips trade. All right. So now, if you follow this to the core, it means that 1 month is 20 days. All right, 20 trading days. We expect that our balance will be 336. All right, as a 1 month. You can see that's the one I'm highlighting in yellow. 336 in 1 month. All right. Now, in 2 months, that's 40 days. We expect that our balance will be 2,000. We are just doing the same thing every day, 10 pips, 10 pips every day. And in 3 months, 60 days, we expect that it will be 13,000. All right. So that's what we want to start with. So we are not going to rush this. So this, 10 pips, column F shows you the lot size you'll be using every day. So day one, you're going to use 0.05 for your $50. Day two, 0.06. Day three, same. Day four, 0.07. Day five, 0.07. You keep on. The only thing you'll be changing every day. So possibly it will be good if you can print this and put that in your office or where you normally trade. All right. So put that in your office or where you normally trade. And the only thing we'll be focusing on is 10 pips alone, 10 pips per day. So we are not going to rush this. We might take 2 days in 1 day. So we are not going to rush this at all. All right. For me, I started today. I have an account that I've designated for this already. All right. So now the other trades that I'll be giving. Now we have, it's going to be in this format. Let me share with you. Sorry. So if you see a trade that looks like this, that's the 10 pip per trade day trade. All right. So this shows you first trade. By the time we want to do the second, you will see something like this. All right. I can't pick any curve now. All right. So by the time we have a touch, you have something like this. We put the pair, we put the stop loss. Sometimes we will not put take profits. We expect you to know how to know your take profit value. So I'm going to explain your take profit value. All right, how you can get that for people that are just starting with us. So listen and listen attentively. Now, this is your phone. Let's assume this is your phone. All right. You enter a trade. You enter a trade. Let me put this one on silence. All right, you're in a trade. So your trade is written somewhere here. Euro USD, for instance. All right. You will see your trade written. All right. Then underneath, you will see some figures. Let's say 1.12437 or 1.12458. You normally see something like this on a running trade. All right. Now, this first value, why is it deleting now? Sorry, I need to quickly do that again. Let me quickly do that again, sharply. Euro USD 1.23456. All right, 1.23424. All right. So you will see that in a running trade, and then you will see the amount you are making or losing. Let's assume that you are minus 0.12. All right. So this is normal thing you will see. Now, I'm sorry for people that already know about this, but it's important I explain for the newbies. This first one, this first number that you're seeing here, all right, that first number is your entry value. Is your entry value. So if, for instance, you are selling Euro USD, because we are targeting 10 pips per day, this 45, oh God, because we are targeting 10 pips per day. All right, so sorry about that. Let me put it. This first number is your entry value, all right? Now, the most important number, digits out of this number is this 45. 45. That's the most important digits, all right? 45. That's the 2 digits before the last one. This 6 is called pipette. 45 is what you're working on, all right? So any digits you have, any number you have, you are looking at the 2 last number before the last. Let me put it that way. I hope you understand me. Now, if you're selling, for instance, you're subtracting 10 from 45 because you're only doing 10 pips per day or 10 pips per trade. If you're buying, you're adding 10 to this 45. So it means that if you are selling, your take profit value will be what? 1 point for sell. Let me put sell here. Sell. TP will be what? 1.23556. If to say you're buying, your TP value will be what? 1.23356. I subtracted 10 to get 35. I added 10 to get 55. All right. So anytime you have a trade, the first thing you want to do is for you to enter first. It's not compulsory you even put the stop loss and take profit. Enter first. By the time you enter, you will see your entry value. Then from that entry value, you can now modify to impute the right TP that we are going to be using. So in case you're not seeing TP with what we're giving to you, you can do that. Sometimes you can actually add 11. You can use 11 or 12 instead of 10. The reason why I said you should add 11 or 12 is because of the spread. The broker will take 1, 2, or 3 pips. So it means that if you're actually saying that you want to do 10 pips, you will see the profit for 8 pips there. Do you get? It might not be complete because the broker will take his own share. So what you will normally do is that for the 45, you had about 12 or 13 instead of adding 10. So what I mean now is that if I add 13 to 45, it will now be what? It will be 5. If I add, it will be, my sell value. I think I made a mistake. This is sell now. Sell is supposed to be 35. I'm subtracting. Can you see 45? I'm subtracting. Why buy should be 55. All right. Nobody saw that. Nobody corrected me. All right. Because I'm adding. For buy, I'm adding. All right. So if I'm adding 13, it's going to be 5/8. If I'm subtracting 13, it's going to be what? 3/2. I'm doing that so that I can get my full 10 pips. The broker wouldn't take more than 10. I mean, 1, 2, or 3 pips, depending on the pair that we are entering. All right. So that's basically what you're going to be doing. And I've already showed you how the trade will look like. So any other trade that I give you, any other trade that is not in this format that I've stipulated, let me share that format again with you. Any other trade that is not in this format, please and please don't use it in this particular trade account we are talking about. You can do it in another account, all right? But don't do it in this particular. We want to grow this account gradually. We want to see what will happen in the next 1 month, in the next 2 months, all right? Following that same rule. We are not changing the rule, all right? So basically, that's what I want to share with you. So let me just go back to the Excel sheet again. So you can see for yourself the lot size we're going to be using on a daily basis. You can see. And we are only going to be doing 1 trade at a time. There won't be opening of 2 positions. 1 position, the position has to close before we can even consider any other position. Just 1. It's going to help us with our risk management a lot. The stop loss we are going to be using is 30 pip stop loss, so that even if it goes against us, it's not going to hit deep. All right, 30 pip stop loss. All right, that's what we're going to be using. We pray that this will be very, very successful and beneficial to everybody by God's grace. So that's basically what I want to share with you, so that you can all get set, and by the time we start giving you trades in that format, you will know how to enter those set of trades. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing. So for some people, I have an account that I want to start with $100 for this. So if I start with $100, it means that in 1 month I'm expecting 672. In 2 months I'm expecting 4,000, and in 3 months I'm expecting 27,000. Doing the same rule. We're not saying that we're not going to lose. Losses will take us back. So let's assume that we got into day 12 and we are having a loss, which can reverse us back to day 9 again, something like that. You get. And by the time we look at it, we also know the lot size to use to continue. Do you get? So per account size. So let's assume that you're here and your account is, let's say, 150. You know that there's no 150 here. You will use day 4. You go back to the list before 150. All right. So you use day 4, not day 5. All right. You use day 4's lot size. All right. So basically, that's what we're going to be doing. Any question? We are done. Any question? I might not be able to repeat, but I think I did the recording. So I'm going to share in the group. I will link it up to YouTube so that you guys can see. All right. So if you have any question, you can ask in the group via chat. All right. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night rest. If you have any question, just ask in the group. I'll post the recording so that you all will see. Bye.